It's time now for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on the Sunday afternoon, March 13th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Here. 12:30 p.m. Afternoon news headlines. Top story at 12:30 p.m. is Donald Trump on Sunday disagreed with criticism that he and his supporters have allowed campaign rallies to be overrun by violence and injury. A reality TV star billionaire businessman tears up the rails and vaults to the brink of the Republican nomination of President begging the political question of the year. What is support for Donald Trump all about? Ivory Coast government said at least 5 people are dead after gunmen attacked beach hotels popular with foreigners on Sunday. 6 days ago, Bernie Sanders pulled off one of the great upsets in modern politics, surging from more than 20 points behind in Michigan's presidential primary to edge out Hillary Clinton. Paris. French investigators have recommended tougher medical checks for pilots after uncovering fresh evidence of unreported concerns over the mental state of a German pilot who crashed a jet in the Alps last year, killing all 150 people aboard. Feeling extra tired today? It's even worse than today. Not only does daylight saving time steal an hour of your sleep, it does makes us less safe. Aden. Saudi-led helicopters attacked Al-Qaeda militants in Aden overnight in an effort to dislodge them from a stronghold in the southern port city, killing at least 18 people, medics, and a security official said on Sunday. London. George Osborne, UK Treasury Chief, said Sunday he will make a fresh cut to his public spending to meet his goal of balancing Britain's books by 2020. Paris. The United States and France accused that the Syrian government are trying to disrupt the new round of peace talks set to begin on Monday and said Russia and Iran would need to show that the Syrian government was living up to what has been agreed. Berlin Winterberg. Germans turned out to force the vote on 3 state elections on Sunday with anti-immigration alternative for Germany party looking to profit from popular angst about Chancellor Angela Merkel's welcome on board. Chester, Pennsylvania. A 40-day said an officer shot in exchange of gunfire that killed a suspect in a city near Philadelphia is listed in good condition at a hospital. Boston. Supporters of the Boston Catholic School, whose students chanted, "You killed Jesus," during a high school playoff basketball game against a nearby public school, alleged that the chant fought anti-gay slurs from their opponent's court. Martin Sabo, a longtime DFL congressman and politician, dies in Minnesota. As Leaf River rose north of Washington. Republican presidential hopeful Marco Rubio picked up his 3rd win Saturday, taking 37% of the Washington, D.C. primary votes. Will, Alaska. A man was arrested and connected to a Detroit sled dog after he allegedly ran his snowmobile to the 2 sled teams during the race. Boston. Some rays of sunshine may be filtered by the culture of secrecy that often permeates the Massachusetts State House. The legislature appears on track to reform the state's outdated uncommerce public records law and then a break from a typical routine. A current community of House and Senate members are writing the final version of the bill as often negotiated in full public view. Democratic Senate President Sam Rosemary and Republican Governor Charlie Baker also agreed in the latter part of the request from the Associated Press to release a week's worth of emails and daily schedules despite stating their own exemptions from the records law. New York Blackstone Group is about to check out strategic hotels and resorts in a $6.5 billion lawsuit of China's Anbang Insurance Group. But consider it as the opposite word, as the change is unlikely, according to both analysts and Federal Reference futures before June, when trading suggested 25 basis point boost. Dhaka. Bangladesh Central Bank confirmed on Sunday that cyber criminals tried to withdraw $951 million from its U.S. A research team from the University of Michigan has developed a strategy for creating rubber coatings that require no more than a light grease for ice to slide off. Researchers dig up a link between dinosaurs and distant ancestors of the reptiles. They're calling it the fierce lizard. Artist illustrations showing the separation ExoMars 2016 entry, Jason and London. Demonstrators module named Chevrolet from the trace gas orbiter and headed for Mars. Finding climate figures in wild weather is valid. Middle-aged smokers who grew up with mothers who have at least smoked more than 20 cigarettes per day at a million to be full greater risk of developing chronic obstructive pulmonary disease than those with most secondhand smoke. London, as the world focuses on Zika's rapid advancement in America's experts warned that the virus originated in Africa as just one of those growing number of continental diseases carried by mosquitoes threatening swaths of humanity. Young your sibling? Peter Chell News Time, 12:35. Time for a spot support. Celtics and the Bruins have the night off. Bill Haas was looking for a spark and knew just where to find it. He called his dad, Jay Haas, in a 9-time PGA Tour and a 2-time president, captain, and the only president Bill has trust when it comes to golf. Bill Haas shoots a 6-7 for one shot lead. Jonas Creek trails by 6. Nashville, Tennessee, Kentucky coach John Calipari says the selection committee for the NCAA tournament is a tough job, and he wants only but it remember to use the same criteria when judging teams by the field. Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Martavis Bryant is facing a suspension by the NFL for violation of league substance abuse policy after serving a 4-game suspension last week, but his agent Brian Fenders has since found multiple missed drug tests, and Spurs events continue to come up big. Peter Chell News Time, 12:36 p.m. on this Sunday afternoon. Time now for a travel report. Let's stay up down in Rhode Island, where it's looking good and on highways and byways of Rhode Island, except on Route 1 on both ends, also the Kingston stretch. In Rhode Island, El Movement Avenue, we get an accident in Cranston. On 295 on the northbound track, the accident after exit 1, which is Route 1 in the North Attleboro stretch, so expect some delays. Sidewalk and Bourne bridges are looking good. Route 6 looking from Sidewalk all to Orleans. Trains looking from Bourne to Falmouth. Route 2 in the eastbound track, get an accident here before Route 16 in Belmont, and another accident on Route 2 in the eastbound side before the Fresh Pond Parkway in Cambridge, so expect some delays. Route 2 in the eastbound side also sold before Route 120 in Lexington. Mass parking in the westbound side, also before the Ted Williams Tunnel at Logan Airport. But otherwise, eastern Massachusetts highways are looking good. I-84 get an accident between Route 20 and Mass parking in Sturbridge, so expect some delays. 91 in the northbound side, also from 57 in Agawam to 291 in Springfield. Route 2 in the eastbound side, in East Hartford, we get a couple of accidents here around High Street, so expect some delays here, and I-84. Cut off to around I-91 in Hartford, a little slow, but highways around Connecticut are looking good. Down in New York City, 90 in the southbound side, so from Hell's Kitchen all the way out to Lincoln Tunnel. FDR Drive, it's slow from Harlem all the way out to Harlem in Manhattan stretch. Line Expressway in the westbound side, a little slow for the Queensboro Tunnel. 278 in the both ends, it's slow between Brooklyn Bridge and 478. Verrazano Narrows Bridge, it's slow on both ends. Belt Parkway on the westbound side, a little slow for the JFK Airport. 678 on the northbound side, a little slow for the Jamaica stretch. Line Expressway, it is slow from Cross Island Parkway all the way up to Queens due to an accident on 495 on the westbound side before Kissimmee Boulevard in Queens, so expect some delays. Grand Central Parkway on the westbound side, slow around LaGuardia Airport. 278 on the eastbound side, slow before I-87 in the Bronx. I-87 on the northbound side, slow before Yankee Stadium. 95 on the southbound side, slow for Park Chest all the way up to the Bronx Zoo. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow from the Pelham Bay. At 95 and on the 3, it's looking good from New York all the way out to Erie. And 190 on the looking good from Buffalo to Niagara Falls. And 190 southbound side, it's slow in Niagara Falls after the Canadian border. I-87 on the southbound side, got an accident here around Route 146 in Illinois, New York, so expect some delays. And a couple of accidents here on I-87 southbound in Lake George around 9 ends, so expect some delays. But highways in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine are looking good. Okay, look at that MBTA alert. MBTA alert, subway system is looking good. On the commuter rail, looking good. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Chell News Time, 12:39 on this Sunday afternoon here. And look at this day. Oh my. I heard some birds chirping outside, and it was gorgeous morning, and it's going to be turned out to be a beautiful afternoon in store. 7-day forecast goes like this. Today, south guys are about 60, north wind about 7 to 11 miles an hour. Tonight, most of Glasgow is about 33 degrees, and east wind about 5 miles an hour. For Monday, slight chance of rain and sleep before 10 a.m. Then rain not getting Glasgow are about 44 degrees, and east wind about 7 miles an hour, chance 6%, little no sleep accumulation expected. Monday night, rain patch bug low around 40 degrees. East wind about 7 to 11 miles an hour, gust 22 miles an hour, chance 9%. New percent between a quarter and half an inch possible. Tuesday, rain not coming before 8 a.m. Patch bug before 11 a.m. Otherwise, Glasgow have about 50 degrees, and east wind about 10 miles coming North in the afternoon, winds gusting 20 miles an hour, anticipation 6%. To that, most gusts go about 41 degrees. Wednesday, most of the part of Sunday, most gusts go about 6 months, about 43 degrees. Thursday, chance of showers after 7 a.m. before 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Most gusts go about 57, about 40 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 45%. Friday, parts of the podcast go about 54, about 55 degrees. And for Saturday, most gusts go about 53 degrees. Currently here, Norton, it's clear skies and 63 degrees. Humidity 20%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Afternoon News on this Sunday afternoon, March 13, 2016. I appreciate you. Have a good afternoon, a good positive attitude. I'll see you at 5 o'clock for a 5 o'clock report. Have a good afternoon.